Welcome back. Bruce Porter joins us now for this week's Dollars and Cents segment. Thank you so much for coming in. Good to see you.
Good to be here.
All right, that 3D printing's crazy.
That's nuts. I don't know what I would do, but that's too cool.
It's too cool, and it's way too above my head. I'm telling you that much. All right, thank goodness for people who like Josh who get it. Okay, here is today's financial question. I am faced with some potentially tough decisions at work. My employer may be terminating my job later this week. I have a retirement 401k. Should I roll over my account or transfer my account? I am getting conflicting information. And I'm just going to start this party and say, don't just ask around and hope you get good information from people at work. You might want to check with an expert, right?
It's important just to understand the definitions of what both of those are. So let's break it down. Let's talk about transfers. Mm-hmm. A transfer is a like-to-like product. So if you have a 401k and you transfer to another 401k with another employer, that's the same type of account, and that's a transfer. It might be an IRA to an IRA. That's a transfer. They also refer to them as custodian to custodian or trustee to trustee. That's a basic transfer of one account over to another account. No taxation, no penalties, things
Always
like that.
Good.
It's not, you don't have to report it to the IRS. It's basically a very simple process. Now, rollover, a little bit different. When you roll over, if you're going to retire, I'm going to roll my 401k, I'm going to roll my 401k over to an IRA. So I'm not going to go back to work. I'm not going to go to another employer. I don't have a desire to put it in another 401k. So I'm just going to put it in an IRA to avoid current taxation and current penalties. And that's a rollover. All right. Now, an indirect rollover means I'm going to take my 401k personally as a distribution.
Okay.
And usually there's a mandatory withholding of 20%. Then I'm going to take the balance of that and I'm going to spend it, use it, do whatever, but I've got 60 days to put that back in an IRA or I'm going to have penalties and taxes. So now, it's not even that simple though. You have to also replenish the amount that was withheld. So in the example, we have $10,000, 20% mandatory withholding. They give you a check for $8,000. You have 60 days to get it in an IRA, and then you have to put $10,000 in the IRA, or you're going to pay taxes on the $2,000 that was withheld, and a penalty possibly if you're under 59.5. So people don't realize that. So they get that check, then they decide, okay, do I want to put it here? Do I want to put it here? So then let's put it here, and they put the $8,000 in. But they still had $2,000 that they already withheld. They had the $2,000
that's unaccounted for.
So I think
why would anyone do that, though? Well, because they want the money?
A lot of people do lots of things. They use it for a little bit, and then they scramble around, and they put it back in. I wouldn't recommend that. It's very dangerous. You could create a big tax mess for yourself at the end of the year. It's much easier to either do a direct transfer or a direct rollover of accounts, and it makes it a seamless process. Transfers are not reportable. Rollovers are. They're going to show up on your 1040, and then there's some things that you have to do when you do your taxes to show that you rolled over your account. If you do an indirect, you get a 1099-R, and then once you put it back in an IRA, the receiving firm would file a Form 5498 that shows we got the money. So
it's too much
very
work.
Confusing.
Yeah.
So my advice, seek financial advice, talk to somebody, call my office. I'll be glad to visit with you and help you figure it out. The most important thing is keep it simple.